happening. They're
Singing Rap God in 2 times speed.
The thing next to you.
but I was
Start confessing.
Hey, what time is it?
I just stop. So long as
Baby.
of the
this is
Angry test.
what is your
You want to go on an adventure with me?
From ancient scrolls to TikTok trends, is it possible that this ancient book still has something to teach us today? Let's face it, people don't look to the Bible for advice as much as they should. But does this ancient book still have something to teach us, even in a world of social media and AI? I mean, just think about it. This book is over 2,000 years old and remains one of the most influential books in history. It shapes arts and even modern laws. It even sparked revolutions. But why? What's in this book that makes it stick out? Let's break it down. So whether you're religious or not, the Bible is packed with historical stories, purpose, justice, human connection, and resilience. These things are things that everyone should wrestle with, right? For example, the Bible says, "Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream." Sound familiar? It's because it's the same verse that Martin Luther King Jr. quoted during the Civil Rights Movement. The Bible says a lot about fairness and standing up for the oppressed, concepts that are still driving conversations even in today's day and age. And then there are big questions, like why am I here? What's the point of it all? How should I treat others? And whether you believe in God or not, these are questions we all wrestle with. The Bible doesn't shy away from them. It drives right in. For example, take this idea, do to others as you would have them do to you. Everybody calls it the golden rule, but it's actually a Bible rule. But it's also a foundation for ethics in almost every single culture. Whether you're spiritual, religious, or just trying to be a decent human, you can't argue with that. But let's be real, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that feels complicated, stories that don't make sense, cultural practices that seem outdated, and verses that feel hard to reconcile in modern life. I get it, that's why context matters. But that's the thing, the Bible wasn't written in 2025. It was written in a world that looked very different from ours. But when you start to dig into their cultural practices and religious practices, you start to see that their core messages were about love and justice, forgiveness, and hope. Those transcend time. Even in today's hyper-connected world, the Bible speaks on human condition. It addresses things like anxiety, loneliness, the search for meaning. You don't have to believe everything in the book to find wisdom in the pages. So here's a thought. What if we stopped looking at the Bible as a rule book and more like a way to connect with God, or a conversation starter to take a minute and reflect on your life? I found that some of the most interesting conversations happen when people with different perspectives wrestle with the different beliefs. And you don't have to agree with everything to learn something from it. And hey, might as well give it a shot. So is the Bible still relevant today? I'd argue it is. Not because it has all the answers, but because it invites us to ask the right questions. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic or somewhere in between, the Bible challenges us to think deeply, live intentionally, and love radically. But what do you think? Does the Bible have a place in your life, or is it just an ancient relic? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you're curious to explore more, don't forget to like and subscribe to join the conversation right here at Image Bearers. I'll see you all next time. God bless.